Hey guys, welcome to the course. Welcome to ATGR 560, Psychosocial Interventions in Athletic Training. My name is Dr. Emma Nye, and I am the instructor for this course for this semester, and I am very excited to get to know you guys. I work clinically at Drake University. I provide patient care for the men's and women's track, men's and women's cross country, and women's crew teams over at Drake. I have a lot of experience in psychosocial interventions, and I'm excited to share some real-time case and real-time patient experience from a clinical athletic trainer's perspective. So a couple of housekeeping items before I get into the syllabus, as well as the kind of grading breakdown, assignments, due dates, and some additional things that you need to be aware of moving forward. My preferred email is on the syllabus. I do ask that you use emma.nye@drake.edu. I will be checking that email more frequently than my Grandview email, so if you need to get a hold of me, please do use that email. My phone number is also listed on the syllabi. If you feel that your question is more appropriate via a phone call, please call me. Likely leave a voicemail, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But my preferred is email, but do feel like you can call me if you need to. So if you take a look at the syllabus, just want to go over the grading breakdown a little bit before we start diving into the content. If you see scrolling down to the weekly assignments, this is 40% of your overall grade, and I made the weekly assignments a significant portion of your overall grade because I think that this is the most important component of this class. The weekly assignments will assess that week's knowledge, and each week has a different topic, and each week is incredibly important, and each week builds on the next week, which will build on the final two projects. So I want to start off by saying the book is incredibly helpful. It's a great book, and you have to do your reading. Most of the assignments and the clinically applicable information that you need to be successful in this course comes from the textbook. This is not a course where you can memorize. This is a course where you have to synthesize and really critically think in order to apply it in your clinical practice. So please, I just want to start by saying, please do read the assigned readings and you will do successful in this course. As you note at the bottom of the syllabi, there are two long-term assignments. They're both worth 20% each, so again 40%. These are kind of assignments that build on each other and assignments that I think are the most important components coming from an athletic trainer who has some experience dealing with mental health issues for my student athletes, some experience actually implementing these psychosocial interventions that we're going to talk about with actual patients. These two long-term assignments are very important, and I think that they are two assignments that you'll be able to use upon graduation and you can implement immediately into your clinical practice, which I think is the goal of this course. You also have two exams, 10% each. They will be in BOC question format and will essentially test your knowledge again with the readings in the book. So to summarize the grading breakdown and your assignments so far, please do read because it will be very important for your success in this semester. Each week I will do a weekly update video, so really those will be the first things that you watch for each week. They'll do a couple things. They will synthesize the last week, and I'll clear up any questions you guys have, maybe moving forward, things that you maybe all missed on an assignment or something that didn't click or something you want to explore a little bit more. That's when I'll make the weekly video and synthesize last week as well as prepare you for the next week. These weekly update videos will occur every week and will be important for you guys to watch, to prepare, and as well as provide some closure for the following week. In terms of assignments and due dates, your weekly module opens Sunday at midnight. So first thing Monday morning, you will be able to plan for your week. And I would suggest getting on Blackboard Monday morning and preparing for the week ahead, because some of the assignments that are posted Sunday night at midnight require some planning and some scheduling on your part, as well as perhaps talking to your preceptor to ensure that you can perform the weekly assignment if that assignment includes an action item at your clinical site. Your weekly assignments, those I spoke about, the 40%, will be due Friday at noon, with a couple exceptions, that being, I believe, your exams. So please make sure that you plan on Monday, so that gives you Monday through Friday morning to complete that weekly assignment on your own with a classmate or with your clinical site, whatever the assignment may be, and then you get that submitted by Friday at noon. We will have several group Zoom sessions just to kind of make sure that we are staying in touch and we're answering questions. I can answer some of your questions, and maybe even your classmates can. Things that are going well, things that aren't, questions you may have on long-term assignments, or to just reinforce some of the content that we have covered so far. With those group Zoom sessions, I will send out the doodle poll so that we can all find a time that works for everyone the week before our session. So for example, in week 2, we're going to have a get to know you Zoom session, so you can ask me questions. I can get to know you guys a little bit, talk about where you're at clinically, and then that will be for the following week. So we have plenty of time for scheduling to make sure you guys have your clinical sites a set schedule, and then gives us a little bit of time to get to know each other. In each module, there will be an additional readings or additional resources folder. This is just at your leisure. If you're not connecting with some of the content or you're struggling to understand a concept, there should be an article, a journal article, or a patient-rated outcome measure that you can use that is applicable for that week's content in the additional readings and resources folder. So please do explore that if you want to. Just not mandatory, but optional, and you guys can look at that if you have time. Last thing I want to talk about is next week's Zoom meeting. Like I said before, it's just to kind of get to know you, get to know me. I'll be sending out a doodle poll this week for you guys to fill out, so that hopefully gives you a little bit of time to meet with your preceptors and figure out more concretely what your schedule will look like for this semester with your clinical sites. For this meeting, I do ask you to come with some expectations of me. I have several expectations of you that I'll go over in that meeting, mostly communication and professionalism and things that you guys have solidified already in the program, but things I want to reinforce. But please come with some questions for me and some expectations of me as your instructor for this semester. So really excited about this course. I think I have some good experience in real-time patient encounters to talk to you guys about, and I will speak soon.